I use the steps to drill the dogs. I use the steps to teach the dog whoa. It gives them a visual cue. It helps them learn to do whoa. You know, if you know, I'm standing on a step and I want them to, you know, stop on a step, it's more clear than like doing it outside. You know, it's you know, we do it on the street too, but you know, we take advantage of the steps. You know, every dog learns to do this that comes here, and you know, Charlie's doing it pretty good. She can do it real good outside too, so it's very helpful. And the other thing about the steps is, you know, you're slowing the dog down before it gets outside. Make the dog wait at all thresholds, and I consider the steps the same thing. You know, the steps are leading to something exciting, so we start working the dog on the steps. And you know, a great way to do that is whoa. You know, you can do it with any size dog. You know, it really doesn't matter. Some of the smaller dogs have a tendency when they're first learning it, they'll start stepping or sitting on the steps. So you can't let them do that. If they you know, sit on the steps, they're doing it improperly. Whoa is a standing position. It means stand and don't move. So we repeat this over and over again, and if the dog would make a mistake, I would make the dog back up and get to the right, you know, step. You know, it's very important. Here comes my neighbor. So we you know, here's my dog Billy. This is an example of a dog that's been doing it for a while. Look at how fast he can do it. Right? He knows the drill. He knows what to do. Look at his tail wag. You know, we turn everything into a game. At first they might not get it and the tail might not be wagging, but it's very soon, you know, after that they realize that these obedience drills are fun. You know, it's fun for a dog, you know. It might be grueling to some owners. I like to do it. I don't know. I like to work with the dogs, you know, and drilling the dog daily is, you know, a way that you can make sure that the dog understands that
Billy, he cheated. Whoa.
It's living in a human world and needs to do what the human tells it. You know, that's just how it is. That's how it should be with the dog. So really watch Billy here. You see, he really, you know, he enjoys himself. He enjoys, you know, doing whatever. It doesn't matter what it is as long as I'm giving him direction. When you give the dog direction, it's clear to the dog that you're in charge, and it makes for a healthy, happy dog. You know, being in charge is stressful. You know, that the head of, you know, a company, the CEO, has a lot of stress. The person that works in the mailroom, not so much stress. That's just how it is. So this is Cody. Cody's doing whoa up the steps, right? It's the same thing, but he's small, so he has trouble doing it going down the steps. He has a tendency to want to sit, but going up the steps, he's doing whoa. And it's the same thing. I just put him at whoa. I move a couple steps and then call him to heel. Same thing going up or down. Both those dogs that we were looking at, the Akita and my dog, they do it up and down. But Cody right now, while he's learning how to do this, he just does whoa up the steps. This is a dog that's under 5 months old that's doing an awesome job and really picking up everything. Whoa is such an important command, and a lot of people don't teach it, and I'm not really sure why. Whoa is an implied stay, meaning you don't say stay, you just say whoa. It means stand and don't move. It's a draft command for dogs, horses, all draft animals.
Heel. Whoa. Heel.
Here's Riley. Riley's a 8-month-old Labrador. She's doing it too. She's a little cockeyed on the steps. She's not straight. But, you know, it's like with all the commands, we just get the dog to start, you know, doing it. It's a lot of muscle memory, and we'll tighten it up as we go. Riley's one of these dogs that can pick stuff up super fast. The dog's just, you know, just constantly looking at me like, let's do something, you know. It loves working. It has a great work ethic.
No, here, heel. Whoa. Riley, heel. Come on. Whoa. Riley, heel.